you have victims of abuse or victims of domestic violence that typically don't speak out um, because they are not independent of their abuse or their abuser. And um, you know, so say for instance, you go through this and you're like, okay, well, I'm fed up with you. I don't want to deal with you no more. I'm calling the police and I'm going to the homeless shelter. And for whatever reason, you call the police, nobody gets arrested. They just sort of dissolve the the tension in the situation, and then everybody resumes to regular fucking normal activity. Soon as you get back in the house with that abuser, he's smacking the shit out of you. So you learn, okay, well, I'm not calling the police. I'm not gonna call them no more. I can't tell them nothing because it's worse when you seek help. When you trying to seek help, you end up in a worse situation if you are trying to run from your abuser or flee the abusive situation. It ends up being worse. Unless you can do that shit and know that you don't have to come back for nothing, until then, I wouldn't recommend calling the police, trying to seek assistances from nobody or nothing like that until you can leave and you no longer have to be dependent on that person for nothing. You no longer have ties like children together. You no longer are legally bonded, having properties together, marriage, um, marital assets, things of that nature, because you want to completely separate yourself. And all of those things keep you tied to a person. So I would not recommend marriage for nobody. It literally takes a whole lifetime, maybe even just to get to know one person. You're not going to know somebody, you're not going to know them in a year, 5 years, even 10 years. So I would, if I could do it over, I would just have a friend and I would spend my life with my friend, never having it as two separate independent individual people, never having any binding or bonding ties to each other. And that's it. And then maybe in the next lifetime, maybe we